know where you're going, and while you're on the wing, you left behind a green-eyed girl, and she still sings about you. You were her whole world, you were her everything. You made a promise that she'd never have to live without you. The timing of your return couldn't be more tragic. She got a practical heart now, she don't go in for magic. Do you believe that you're the king of everything with your dragonfly wings? Of all the miles and miles of sky that could have been, and this is where they bring you. Hum your breezy lullaby, you watch her take a lover. Or what did you forget you didn't believe in ghosts? Find a place to cover. Or did you forget she never did go in for ghosts? She go in for fields of green, at all the places you've been seeing. She let you go where the rivers flow, now you should do the same. Do you believe that you're the king of everything with your dragonfly wings? Of all the miles and miles of sky that could have been, this is where they bring you. You and your familiar rulers of your corner of the sky. And when the whole thing comes undone, you just couldn't play nice. But she's the one who pays the price. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Iridescent memories, summer evening sun. Have a little mercy on the newly unloved. Cause if she sees you on the wing, she never will be done. Broken-hearted second chances, better than none. She's sure to recognize you as you sweeping for your thrill. Spread your fascination to the children on the hill. Do you believe that you're the king of everything with your dragonfly wings? Of all the miles and miles of sky that could have been, this is where they bring you. You believe in all the things with your dragonfly wings. Of all the miles and miles of sky that could have been, yeah. You folks are here tonight. Welcome Christine Lavin in the house. Christine! Along with all you lovely regulars. A lot of people from the Joko cruise. We're coming up on a 1-year anniversary since the last time we were in a great big group of people. Next week will be my 1-year anniversary of doing these shows, which is the year anniversary of having been out in the Caribbean singing for my supper. Tonight's theme is lines out of a song. It could be my song, so I might going to sound like a little bit like a braggadocio. Sorry about that. But I'll be talking about lines from songs that I just find so cool and just inspiring. Just one little snippet from a song. And the song I just played, Dragonfly Wings, is an ode to a friend of mine. And it's the last verse that I love of mine. The last verse is one long sentence. I'm going to see if I can get through it again. Iridescent memories, summer evening sun. Have a little mercy on the newly unloved. 'Cause if she sees you on the wing, she never will be done. Broken-hearted second chance is better than none. She's sure to recognize you as you sweeping for your thrill. Spread your fascination to the children on the hill. Do you believe that you're the king of everything? Your dragonfly wings. I love that last verse. Of all the miles and miles of sky that could have been, this is where they bring you. Welcome to the pajama party. I'm in my pajamas. Woohoo! I got my pajamas on. Those of you that are new to this, there's a thing on this. You can, if you're on YouTube, which is the only place I do this, you're welcome to chatter. I look at it some, but I'm going to go through a list tonight of tunes that have great lines in them. And, but you know what? I think I should probably play this. Let me explain what happened. Christine Lavin and her lovely self hosted, she was one of the hosts of the Greenwich Village Folk Festival, which is a monthly, wonderful thing that happens monthly. And she just off the top of her head said that I should write a song about a new space hotel that's supposed to go up by 2025. And I just looked at her. It was on Zoom. I just looked at her like, she says, and he'll have that song for you tomorrow night. So this festival was last night. And so she told that crowd and then went online and told everybody that I was going to have a song about the space hotel. Oh my God. So if you want to keep working in folk music, you do what Christine Lavin tells you to do. That's how this works. Christine Lavin is not only a monster songwriter in her own right, but she also is sort of the connectivity queen and has been that way in folk music for the last 35 or 40 years. And I was touched by her wand. It helped me get on a tour with Rounder Records and my first record contract and everything else. I know, Nancy, no pressure, seriously. And she's been good to me all these years. We've worked together a bunch, and I hold her in great esteem, but I also hold her responsible for this crazy shit that she's got me doing. So, hi, Erica. Good to see you, sweetie. I'm glad you're here. I get to see you this week, Erica. We'll be doing some singing, and so that's the story. The Space Hotel, if anybody knows, it really is going to be a hotel. I think it's cost $5 million for a weekend, and from what I'm told, the first people to perform there are supposed to be, I think it was Beyonce and who else? I can't remember who else. I know. So let me play one more. Let me play one more tune, and then I'll get to the Space Hotel tune. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait for. I'm gonna play one more, a tune with great lines in it, and. This has a great line in it. I'll talk about the line after. There's going to be a lot of talking tonight. It's a Sting. That's who it's supposed to be. Sting and Beyonce. I tell you how much I knew about pop music when she first came out. I thought her name was Bayanice. And there you have it. So this has a great line in it. I'll tell you what it is, or you can try to guess it when I'm done. You'll recognize the tune. She's faced the hardest times you could imagine. Many times her eyes held back the tears. And when her youthful world was about to fall in, each time her slender shoulders bore the weight of all her fears. The sorrow no one hears still rings in midnight silence through her ears. Let her cry, for she's a lady. Let her dream, for she's a child. Let the rain fall down upon her. She's a free and gentle flower growing wild. And if by chance I should hold her, let me hold her for a while. But if allowed just one possession, I would pick her from the garden to be mine. Be careful how you touch her, for she'll awaken, and sleep's the only freedom that she knows. And when you walk into her eyes, you won't believe the way she's always paying for a debt she never owed. The sorrow wind still blows, and only she can hear it, so she goes. Let her cry, for she's a lady. Let her dream, for she's a child. Let the rain fall down upon her. She's a free and gentle flower growing wild. She's a flower growing wild. The line in that song, do you know the line I'm talking about? Does anybody have any idea? Zoe DeAngelis is here. Little Zoe, you're here? That's my neighbor. Hi, sweet girl. I'm so glad you're here. How nice. Who somebody might have guessed the line here. The line is, and when you walk into her eyes, you won't. The choices that he could have made, this poet that wrote that song, the choices he made when you walk into her eyes, when you look into her eyes, when you notice what's, yeah, Eileen, you got that. When you walk into, I just like hair on my arms, swing. It's just, that's just such a fabulous line. It's such a great line. And I just realized that I've got this planned out a little bit. I've got a list of tunes with lines in it that I love, but I'm going to sound a lot like Chris Farley tonight. I'm going to be like, dude, you know that song with that line? Dude, that's so cool. It says that. Cat called it too. Oh, good. That's good. So, Christine Company, I'm going to play that. Oh, did I say that last week about that song? All right, Tommy, Max Fly Art. Maybe I did. Maybe, but yeah. Let me do this song for Christine because you know she's got her pajamas on. She's probably gonna sleep's the only freedom that she knows. That is a great line, Dee Dee. That's a wonderful that's a wonderful line. That's not the one that drew me in. That walk into her eyes was something. All right, Christine, here you go. That's my toothbrush on the ceiling. That's the ceiling on the floor. You up and left me at the Space Hotel. You don't love me anymore. There's no place to land my falling tears. They're just droplets round my nose and ears. You up and left me at the Space Hotel. You don't love me anymore. If these walls could tell our story, then you'd hear me beg you please. But just like your fickle heart, these walls aren't walls at all when this hotel hits 90 degrees. If these walls could tell our story, then you'd hear me beg you please. But just like your fickle heart, these walls aren't walls at all when this hotel tilts 90 degrees. 90 degrees. I was to be your ever-loving groom. Now your wedding dress just floats in gloom. You and gravity have left this room. You don't love me anymore. Love me anymore. Take that, Christine Lavin. You can now go to bed. God, can't believe I did that. Oh, yeah, my goodness gracious me. I don't even know what to play now. Oh, my goodness. I'll let you guys guess which what line in this tune knocks me out. It's mine. La da da da, la da da, la da 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 da, la da da, la da da. Charlene, Charlene, your laugh was undeniable, Charlene. But you were unreliable like the weather in the fall. When the leaves go golden, I don't think of you at all. This ain't about your laugh or how you throw your head back freely. You gave most of you to me, Charlene. Charlene, Charlene, it's a southern contradiction at your core. Your daddy raised tobacco, your daddy praised the Lord. He'd take your breath away from you, exhaling Jesus' name. The nights that he would whisper in your ears and through your shame. Cigarettes and crucifixes all became the same. Or so it seemed, Charlene. La da da da, la da da, la da 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 da, la da da, la da da. Charlene, Charlene, there's a whiskey lipstick paper cup you never threw away. You were never one to waste what could be used another day. You knew it was no overdose, you took just what you needed. A job well done just once, you said, should never be repeated. Not for free, you said to me, Charlene. Charlene, Charlene, they couldn't find your pulse or self-esteem. They shouted clear, but you left them like the frantic third-place team. They left their rubber gloves like you were coming back to clean. That's something you would do so you could tell your friends in heaven how you made it on the scene. Charlene. Charlene, Charlene, you're left with Charlene. But you're unreliable like the weather in the fall. When the leaves go golden, I don't think of you at all. This ain't about your laugh or how you throw your head back freely when you gave most of you to me, Charlene. La da da da, la da da, la da da da, la da da, la da da. Yes. Yes, I am going to look at the feed and see if anybody picked up on the line that Andy Jordan says, "He take your breath away from you, exhaling Jesus' name." That was a big ass line. That was big. The one that was most striking for me was. The whiskey lipstick paper cup you never threw away. Thank you, Don. That's my cousin, Don Blake. One of my greatest supporters, really. Thank you, Jennifer. I'm glad you dug that. Whiskey lipstick paper cup you never threw away. It's a hyphenated picture line. It's a hyphenated picture line, and I loved it because it was real. Someone close to me died, and we went through the house, and that was it was my mother, and it was that was a remnant that was left in the house. It had all those all those attributes in those 4 words, and the fact that it was never thrown away, said so much that cut to the bone. Yeah, some people did say with the whiskey cup, yes, whiskey, Maria, yeah, Maria, you nailed it. Whiskey lipstick paper cup. It's a monster. Yeah, I know. Yeah, when I'm teaching kids and I say things like it's a big ass line, people are like, yikes. But yeah, so that's the line out of that. There are so many lines in pop music that sit up and do that. That in itself does not a great song make, having a great line or two, but Andy says he's partially deaf and has mistaken many lines many times. Well, there are so many lines that I've heard wrong over the years. The Creedence Clearwater Revival came out right around the time of Martin Luther King getting shot and Bobby Kennedy getting shot, and down on the corner, crowded in the street, yeah, the white boys in the band playing the Negroes happy beat. I thought it was the white boys in the band playing the Negroes happy beat. And I just thought that was what a wonderful way to pull people together, that the white boys in the band would be playing the Negroes happy beat. I just figured that was what Martin Luther King was about. I just thought that was such a together line. And people thought I was crazy, but I said, that's what I hear. I think that's what they're saying, because you couldn't look it up. This was the late 60s. You couldn't just look stuff up. And crowded in the street, white boys in the band playing the Negroes happy beat. And that's right. That's right, Nancy. Then I'd say there's a bathroom on the right in the next song, because that's where people went when they were finished playing in the street. So that's how stupid I was. There you have it. That's just how stupid I was. This is my favorite Smokey Robinson song. There you were. No, that's not where. That's the key. There you were. Beautiful. Promise of love was written on your face. You led me on with untrue kisses. Oh, you held me captured in your false embrace. Quicker than I could bat an eye. Seemed you were telling me goodbye. Oh, just a minute ago your love was here. All of a sudden it seemed to disappear. Sweetness was only heartache, camouflage. The love I saw in you was just a mirage. We used to meet in romantic places. You gave the illusion that your love was real. Now all that's left are mystic traces. The tenderness you only pretended to feel. And now our meetings you avoid. And so my world you have destroyed. Oh, just a minute ago your love was here. All of a sudden it seemed to disappear. The way you left my heart was like sabotage. love I saw in you was just a mirage. Yeah, it's the ones. You only filled me with despair by showing love that wasn't there. Oh, just like the desert shows a thirsty man a green oasis where there's only sand. You lured me into something I couldn't dodge. The love I saw in you was just a mirage. Just like the desert shows a thirsty man, a green oasis where there's only sand, you lured me into something I couldn't dodge. The love I saw in you was just a mirage. What? And a lot of people think Bob Dylan was joking and just being sarcastic and snide when somebody asked him who, other than himself, who he thought was the greatest lyricist up to date. And he said Smokey Robinson. But, I mean, what are you going to do? What do you do with a line like that? It's monster. Oh, my God. It's such a good line. I'm being Chris Farley again. Dude, it's such a great line. Such a great line. 10% tonight. Little commercial action here. Hi, Susan. Hello, Susan. The 10% of tonight's gig goes to 10%. Give me a second here. Let me look. I'm looking stuff up. Let's see here. First thing I need to put up is my little commercial, which seems to have gotten lost. %10 of tonight's take goes to the Hamilton Garrett Music and Arts Academy. It's a nonprofit after-school program affiliated with the historic Charles Street AME Church in Roxbury, committed to the development of Boston's next generation of innovative artists through the celebration and preservation of black music. So, for all intent and purposes, it's a sort of classical black music school, and that's where I'm. That's where I am giving my money. What money I make tonight, and if you want to donate to the thing, you know I'm usually very much smoother at this, but there you go. There's the digits there. Yeah, it's a Boston Black Music School, and that's where I'm shooting 10% of. Wait, is this Vance math? Whatever I make, I'm giving 10% away. That's what I've been doing for 51 weeks. And my accountant, Mary, if she's here tonight, is pulling her hair out because a lot of that I can't write off. But I just figured, those of you who don't know the history behind that, when I started doing this thing, I knew my money was going to be tight, but my money wasn't going to be as tight as many other people's. So why am I going to just scramble around here and play a whole bunch of music and ask for people for their 5s and 10s or whatever, and not pass that along? Because that's just I don't have any words for that. That's just how that works. That's how we should always be. That's just what I do. And it is a worthy cause. And that's what I'm given to. So shut up. Shut up. That's what I'm doing. Get on with some more music. What else do I have? I told you I was going to talk a lot tonight. Let me play something new of mine. There's Mary Pacino, Small Business Aid. If you need an accountant, let me do a commercial. If you need an accountant, if you need a bookkeeper, if you need somebody licensed to practice in front of the IRS, and you have a small business, you got a small business, particularly if you're in Massachusetts, call Mary up. Mary Pacino, Small Business Aid. That's in lowercase letters. If you want to know about, I know it's a big house tonight. A lot of that comes from the people that came to that festival. So, plus they're coming up on that year anniversary. How do you turn up the sound on Chrome, Christina? I don't know. It's got to be some kind of switch somewhere for you. Maybe go to settings. Should she go to settings? Somebody help Christine out. Her volume is low. I'm going to play, what's the one I'm going to play? Something, you can tell me what line. There's some lines in this that they weren't the first lines in the song, but they're the lines that I'm very proud of these lines because they came later while I was in the middle of the writing jag that became this song, and I was very proud of them. I met the Buddha at a birthday party, and he said he could make me smarter. He said he'd have me talking just like Stephen Hawking, writing songs like A.P. Carter. Rule number 1 about traps and I've learned: turn your back on the bait when you're barred. So I thanked him twice and said that's very nice, but I think I'll just stay a slow starter. Oh, bless all the ships at sea. Oh, bless all the good things that make their way back to me. Bless all the stars and how far they fell through the wind and the snow and the rain and the sun. Oh, what the hell? God bless everyone. I could be my father's most favorite child. I could be angry and broken and wild, but I stand here before you, the one under file, 'cause I refuse to choose between them. I'm getting quite good at riding this fence. It's the one thing I do that makes any damn sense, and I'll take as the old man's recompense. He stay buried where I don't have to see him. Oh, bless all the ships at sea. Oh, bless all the good things that make their way back to me. Bless all the mountains and the clouds and the trees and the spiders with webs that have yet to be spun. Oh, what the hell? God bless everyone. Why not? Why not? There goes your dream of being a spy, with the violins are trilling and you're squinting one eye, and you aim and you shoot and you waste a bad guy. Now you're shaking and stirred from your leisure, 'cause you've traded your gun and your waterproof tux for shopping lists held up by daisies and ducks on a Frigidaire covered with artwork that sucks, made by children you love beyond measure. Oh, bless all the ships at sea. Oh, bless all the good things that make their way back to me. Bless all the birds and the bees and the children with their scuffed up knees and play in the sun. Oh, what the hell? God bless the railroad. Oh my goodness. Hey Jason, good to see you. I'm glad you made it. There's somebody just asked this question here. Have you ever written a song where you had one really good line at the start and you knew that line had to have a place to be? Absolutely. 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 In fact, shaking dirt from your ledger. That's not it though. That's an all right line though. Absolutely. In fact, when I'm coaching songwriting, I tell people that often. I find a line in the song that some people's songs is just a monster, and I said the rest of your song has to live up to that. That line is so monster, but the rest of your song has to live up to that thing you just did. So and that's a little spooky, you know. It's just making period. So it's oh, Perry Smilo, another great songwriter. You people coming out of the woodwork tonight. I don't know where you people are coming from, why you're here this week, but yeah, I'm so glad you are. And there goes your dream of being a spy, where the violins are trilling and you're squinting one eye, and you aim, you shoot, and you waste a bad guy. Now you're shaken and stirred from your leisure. It's all James Bond. Cause you traded your gun and your waterproof tux for shopping that's held up by daisies and ducks on a Frigidaire covered with artwork that sucks, made by children you love beyond measure. That's a win. That is such a win for me. All of that is a win for me. I'm just like, you know, I told you that tonight was going to be kind of like a braggadocio night. Why he's so happy with his own self? Well, you know, but I just can't help it, because those lines are from another world for me. I'm just so thrilled with them. And we went from dreaming about being James Bond to sitting at the kitchen table, just sort of looking at the refrigerator, going, "Well, there's my life." And I love that. Yeah, it is the whole verse, Nancy, but the whole verse is a sentence. There's really no punctuation in it. And I was so proud of that. I was so proud of that. It was so much fun to have that line. Let's see, what else? Oh man, this is anybody my age will recognize this tune. And I'm going to leave you to guess which lines leave me just dumbfounded at their descriptive beauty. Hi, I thought I'd drop by. So nice to see you. It's been so long since I was holding you. I've been holding on to a prayer, 'cause my dreams never seem to come true. No, I'm never letting go, never letting go, never letting go. It's not that easy. I'm never letting go, never letting go, never letting go. I'm crazy about you, and I can't live without you. I left the kitchen light on these last few nights. It don't blow out, just keeps shining bright. And now your eyes, they dance away from mine. Is there somebody new again this time? No, I'm never letting go, never letting go, never letting go. It's not that easy. No, I'm never letting go, never letting go, never letting go. I'm crazy about you. I could be a gentleman and walk away with style, but I'd fight to keep you, throw my arms around you. It's crazy, I know, but I just got to show. No, I'm never letting go, never letting go, never letting go. It's not that easy. It's an old Stephen Bishop tune. Can anybody guess the line in that? Can anybody guess the line in that? That is the one that knocks me out. I'll wait, actually. Yeah, simple major scale. Yeah. I think I might have stumped a few people with that. That's a song by the same guy that wrote "Down in Jamaica They've Got Light." Yes, Dee Dee, you nailed it. And now your eyes, they dance away from mine. It's just somebody new again this time. It's like, oh my God. Ah, dude, that line is so good, dude. I wish I had more to say. This is a terrible thesis. What I'm doing here tonight is one really pretty. Yeah, the kitchen light's on. Kitchen light's on. That's a nice line. But her eyes dancing away from his. That just in the middle of the not quite lie, but not quite telling everything kind of sensibility is. Let me play you some jazz. This is some Duke Ellington. And there's a line here that cracks me up. I don't know what you call it. I call it when a line reflects what somebody is trying to say and the music does the same thing. I call that kind of musical onomatopoeia. I know that sounds crazy. Merv Griffin was a great singer. All those people coming up were great singers. Yeah, so here's a song called Prelude to a Kiss, and it is the bridge that cracks me up. If you hear a song in blue, like the flowers crying for a dew, that was my heart serenading you. A prelude to a kiss. If you hear a song that grows from my tender sentimental woes, that was my heart trying to compose a prelude to a kiss. Though it's just a simple melody with nothing fancy, nothing much, you could turn it to a symphony, a Schubert tune with a Gershwin touch. Oh, how my love song gently cries for the tenderness within your eyes. My love is a prelude that never dies, a prelude to a kiss. Though it's just a simple melody with nothing fancy, nothing much, you could turn it to a symphony, a Schubert tune with a Gershwin touch. Oh, how my love song gently cries for the tenderness within your eyes. My love is a prelude that never dies, a prelude to a kiss, a prelude to a kiss. So what's the line of that song? It is the bridge. That whole bridge is such a joke. It's such a joke on the singer and on the audience. Though it's just a simple melody. That's the note. The note you want to sing is D. Though it's just a simple melody. D. That's the note Duke Ellington wants you to sing, and it works for some reason because it's nothing fancy, nothing much. You could turn it to a symphony. It just cracks me up, man. And I remember when I recorded this with Sean Staples, who was the co-producer of my Standards album. I worked for poor Deborah because that note is just not a natural note to land on. And you have to make that face too. You have to have the face or you're not hitting the note. So poor Deborah was like, she got sick of that note, and I couldn't make it a natural thing, so I had to memorize it. So I got into the studio, and there was one overdub on that whole album. And it was actually a trumpet solo on something, a mouth trumpet solo, because I wanted to get it right. But everything else was one line. So I went into the first verse, though it's just a simple melody. And I nailed it. But nothing fancy, nothing much. You could turn it to a symphony. And then the second verse, I got lazy. Though it's just a simple melody. I just said, screw it. I can't do it anymore. I'm too tired. I need a nap. Drip, drip, drip. So that's how I recorded that. That's how I recorded that song. I got one of them and I didn't get the other one. But it's not an absolute crucifixion. It was fun though. It was fun putting that song together. How about this one? This goes back a ways. It's not your going that's so tragic, it's you leaving me here. You left the cap off the happy and now it's spilling. I got this empty cup and you fill it up with a lot of Mason-Dixon talk. You hold that airline ticket like a gun and it's killing me. Didn't you love the way the snow would cover all the barren trees in winter? Didn't you love strolling by the sea? Didn't you love the smell of spring and the honeysuckle, the tulips and the roses? Didn't you love me? Now you're taking it all to Tennessee. You're taking it all to Tennessee. You're taking it all to Tennessee. What about me? I haven't heard you mention my name and tomorrow in the same phrase since this Smoky Mountain conversation started. You got this picture of your place and you're flashing in my face. Well, if you want me to fool you, I'll be excited. I love you and your reflection and your shadow. Oh, I loved it all and I still do. You can count on that forever and ever. And like the western sky will always host the sun when the day is through, it's the totally different you know that you're gone, taking it all to Tennessee. Baby, taking it all to Tennessee. Taking it all to Tennessee. What about me? Lazy ass bridge, isn't it? Damn, your poet's heart to hell and the same to your minstrel spirit. It's the things I love about you most that roll these wheels. Unless you're singing coming home, then I don't want to hear another song about me. Pack it up, taking it all to Tennessee. That's what you did now. Taking it all to Tennessee. Taking it all to Tennessee. What about me? Oh yeah. Taking it. What about me? What about me? It's the kind of love you never recover from. Oh yeah. So, for me, there's a couple lines in that knocked me butt over tea kettle. Damn your poet's heart to hell and the same to your minstrel spirit. It's the things I love about you most that roll these wheels. That stretch there, I was very, very proud of. Well, what's the other one? Smoky Mountain Conversation. That's a nice. I get into these hyphenated section of lines that I love them hyphenated sort of things that are descriptive. I don't know whose style that is. I don't know where that's from. I would be remiss to say that it's one thing or another. Jason. Yeah. So yeah, that's my favorite. That's one of my favorite lines out of that song. Damn your poet's heart to hell and the same to your minstrel spirit. So things I love about you most that roll these wheels. That's pretty. Oh, Joey, did you know that? You should have said so. That's minstrel with an E. Katie, no, not menstrual spirit. Oh, come on, Katie. Damn, baby. Sun in the Western Sky. That's a fun line too. I just, do I confess this to you people? Yeah, I think part of my deal, as supportive as early on as people like Christine were and Sean Colvin and people like that gave me opening berths and set me up with people to talk to. One of the things that I was not back then, as much as I would like to have been, was a songwriter. And I felt like I really wanted to wrap myself around the lyric. I wanted maybe it has to do with being African American and being thought of as a natural at this or that or the other, or athletic, vocally, or anything else that goes along with any of that. This is my own bag of crap, and I know people are going to type say, "Oh, you should feel good about yourself, Vance," blah blah blah. But this is a long time coming. This was people ask me now, if they ask me, Vance, what do you write first, the lyrics or the music? I immediately say lyrics. I write the lyrics first, and the reason why is that I want to be known as a storyteller that can wrap themselves around this language. And I don't want to be just something athletic. I don't want to be Perry, you think, yeah, Jimmy Falls in Love is fun. It's a lot of fun. That was the beginning of things that, thank you, Perry. You were around. You were around before any of this was really happening. But see, the thing is that, I always thought I was always this very athletic, very funny singer, and it was nose to the grindstone. It was people like Sean Colvin, and then people holding my feet to the fire, like Ellis Paul and Susan Werner, and people we were all holding each other's feet to the fire to write better stuff, and not necessarily be the one that could step out in the middle of a crowd and sing a cappella at a festival. Those days, is that the legacy I want to leave? That's good. That's a nice little piece of legacy. But, when it comes down to it, I'm not going to be able to do that forever. And I always said that I would like to be able to write a song that was solid enough that when I was no longer dulcet, I could be considered still a good performer because the song was good. That was my personal goal, and I've reached some of it. I think I can step on here some nights over the last 51, and some of them I'm vocally better than others, and you people know it. But you come here for a variety of things. I'm singing well tonight, and that's just technically that's not me bragging. I'm singing pretty well tonight, but there's nights that it's rough because sometimes it's just rough, and that is the give and take and love of live music. That's what you get when one does live music. You get that taking of chance. That's how that rolls. So that's why. Thank you. You like some of my spoken pieces. You like The Day Before November. Yeah, I was pretty proud of that. That song, I was so afraid to fail doing that song that I didn't write it for as long as it was in my head. I call it a song, but it's a piece. That's a piece that came out of my childhood, and it was. Does it have great lines in it? I think all of it's pretty great line wise, and it because we were brown and tall, Jew and small, freckle fat, buck tooth flat, black and broken, short and Christian with teeth and hair in every direction. We were 20 different ways on how to pitch or catch a ball, but the day before November was the best day of the fall. Now little Mikey Lundy had a dad who beat him daily for nothing anyone could ever put their finger on. As if he needed reason, it was always open season on Mikey when he came home late to all the whiskey gone. Now, little Mike was specially keen to be the Hulk at Halloween because he could wear a suit of green and hide the cuts and bruises. Hell, for one night we could all just be just what we wanted to be most. Robber, princess, vampire, ghost, whatever our muses chooses. Because we were brown and tall, Jew and small, freckle fat, buck-tooth flat, black and broken, short and Christian with teeth and hair in every direction. We were 20 different views on which superhero had it all, but the day before November was the best day of the fall. Now, the older boys would spin us stories of Miller's Field and of a man that crossed old Mr. Miller and then disappeared from sight. And if you squint, the street light on the corner of 5th and Mason cast a 10-foot scarecrow shadow guarding Miller's Field at night. But that didn't stop the older boys from laying flaming bags of poop on old man Miller's front porch stoop and then doing the knock and run. We'd see a leg come from behind the door and stomp it out, and that is all we ever saw of old man Miller as long as we were young, 'cause we were brown and tall, Jew and small, freckle fat, buck-tooth flat, black and broken, short and Christian with teeth and hair in every direction. We were 20 different crayon shades should Crayola come to call, but the day before November was the best day of the fall. Now, we hated the candy apples that the Gormans dropped into our bag. They gummed up all the other stuff with their icky, sticky splatter. So Mikey's big idea, of course, let's leave them on old Miller's porch, shout, trick or treat, stinky feet, and then bang the door and scatter. So here he was with 4'3" and braver than both you and me, tiptoeing with 10 apples on their dirty bamboo skewers. He rapped that door and how he flew, the fastest 4-foot Hulk we knew, abandoning those treats of goo and all murderous pursuers, 'cause we were brown and tall, Jew and small, freckle fat, buck-tooth flat, black and broken, short and Christian with teeth and hair in every direction. We were 20 ways to slap the side of pinball at the mall, but the day before November was the best day of the fall. As Halloween exploded its pace and we'd visited every neighbor's door, we snuck past old man Miller's place, and the apples weren't there anymore. So one by one, with pillowcases, booty filled and chocolate faces, we peeled off from our group for home to make our stomachs sore. The next day on the bus, we tallied peanut butter cups and raisinets and good and plenty when Mikey shrugged and said, my father never came back home. And we said nothing. We just kept blowing bazooka bubbles and chewing peanut M&Ms instead. The days grew warm and we hit the bikes in shorts and T-shirts, and so did Mike. The only bruise still on that tyke was just above his shoe, where a pedal caught him on the shin, jumping a curb in a banana seat Schwinn. That shaver made us all seem braver with all his daring do. He smiled a whole lot more since then, but he never saw his dad again, and speculation has it that that bird just up and flew. But if you pass by Miller's Field at night and squint at that 5th and Mason light, you swear where there was once one scarecrow, now there's clearly two, 'cause we were brown and tall, Jew and small, freckle fat, buck-tooth flat, black and broken, short and Christian with teeth and hair in every direction. We were 100 different hopes and dreams spray painted on God's wall, but the day before November was the best day of the fall. Boy, I haven't done that in a while. Thank you for suggesting that. Wow. Y'all got to give me some money for that. Shit, I'm going to put some money thing up here. Y'all need to pay for that one. Nah, that one. Shoot. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Thank you. Wish I was a good, good man, standing with your hand in mine, doing everything just right. How happy we would be. Instead, you're looking at a no good fool, giving him the sad, sad eye, doing what your good book tells you when you see a man in need. I don't want your charity. You ain't gonna toe that line. If I had a different history, tell me, would it make you mine? If I was a good, 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 good man. If I was a good, 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 good man. we're simple-minded. We make a lot of bad mistakes. We never seem to roll 11. We never seem to catch a break. And I've done things there's no excuse for. Ain't no way to turn back time. Busy trying to fix tomorrow by leaving yesterday behind. Here you come confusing love and forgiveness, making me some special case. If you didn't have to save me, would you love me anyway? If I was a good man. If I was a good man. If I was a good man. If I was a broken angel, if I stood at heaven's gate, if I wasn't all this wreckage, tell me, would it be too late? If I was a good man. 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 You got it, Katie. Anybody else say that? Oh, Drew, that's a good line. Confusing love and forgiveness. I'm pretty happy with that, too. If I was a broken angel, if I stood at heaven's gate, if I wasn't all this wreckage, tell me, would it be too late? I'm really pretty happy with that. That's a pretty nice stack of lines, and I'm very proud of the fact that that's near the end of the song. I didn't. Steve Seskin, an incredible songwriter and teacher, I've learned so much from over the years, has always called something in our songwriting called the curse of the second verse, and that's when you write a great first verse, and your second verse doesn't quite live up to it. That's basically what he's saying. And I was very proud of that, because that's how I go out. If I was a broken angel, if I stood at heaven's gate, if I wasn't all this wreckage, if I wasn't all this, tell me, would it be too late, bitches? I'm like, whoa, shoot, you know what I'm saying? So I was really happy with that. I was going to do D'Angelo's One More Again tonight. There's a line in that that give a little bit more R&B, but I don't know what I did with it. I don't know if it's here somewhere. Well, I'm going to move on to something else. I can't find that. That's cool. I can't find that. We'll go from Vance to D'Angelo to Michael Smith. Sure, Drew. I'll do one of those. Sure. This is loading. This song is loaded with monster lines. Hey Lee, good to see you. Again tonight, 10% of whatever I make goes to the Hamilton Garrett Music and Arts Academy, based at AME Church in Roxbury, Boston area, and Next Generation Innovative Artists, to the celebration and preservation, and obviously the teaching of black music. This is Michael Smith's of the Dutchman. The Dutchman's not the kind of man who keeps his thumb jammed in a dam that holds his dreams in. But that's a secret only Margaret knows. When Amsterdam is golden in the morning, Margaret brings him breakfast. She believes him. He thinks the tulips bloom beneath the snow. He's as mad as he can be, but Margaret only sees that sometimes. Sometimes she sees her unborn children in her eyes. Let us go to the banks of the ocean, where the walls rise above the Zuider Zee. Long ago I used to be a young man, and dear Margaret remembers that for me. This song is a monster. The Dutchman still wears wooden shoes. His cap and coat are patched with the love that Margaret sewed in there. Sometimes he thinks he's still in Rotterdam. Like that wouldn't be enough right there. Shit. As he watches tugboats down canals and calls out when he thinks he knows the captain, till Margaret comes to take him home again, through unforgiving streets that trip him, though she holds his arm. Sometimes she thinks he's alone and calls her name. Let us go to the banks of the ocean, where the walls rise above the Zuider Zee. Long ago I used to be a young man, and dear Margaret remembers that for me. Here it is. The windmills whirl the winter in. She winds his muffler tighter, and they sit in the kitchen. Oh my God. The windmills whirl the winter in. She winds his muffler tighter, and they sit in the kitchen. Some tea with whiskey keeps away the dew. And he sees her for a moment, calls her name. She makes the bed up singing some old love song, a song she learned when it was very new. He hums a line or two. They sing together in the dark. The Dutchman falls asleep and Margaret blows the candle out. Let us go down the banks of the ocean, where the walls rise above the Zuider Zee. Long ago I used to be a young man, and dear Margaret remembers that for me. Let us go down the banks of the ocean, where the walls rise above the Zuider Zee. Long ago I used to be a young man, and dear Margaret remembers that for me. Pink ripe peaches in a pretty glass bowl, goldfinch chirping on the telephone pole, clothesline humming, I can hear it sing when the wind is blowing through everything. Last day of winter, first day of spring. Living ain't easy like a broke kite string. Today wasn't nothing, see what tomorrow brings. Trying to make a life out of simple things. Kitchen table covered with magazines, fresh cup of coffee, Franks and beans, daffodils blooming by the garden stairs. I don't remember ever planting them there. Last day of winter, first day of spring. Living ain't easy like a broke kite string. Today wasn't nothing, see what tomorrow brings. Trying to make a life out of simple things. Whippoorwill whistling, robin on the wing, fresh cut apple, telephone ring. Any interruption, good enough for me. What I wouldn't give for Jason McGuire's company. Last day of winter, first day of spring. Living ain't easy like a broke kite string. Today wasn't nothing, see what tomorrow brings. Trying to make a life out of simple things. Jason, I'm shouting you out because I know you love that song. I went from that to from Michael Smith's song to that because it was in the same capoed place. But oh man, that line. The windmills whirl the winter in. She winds his muffler tighter, and they sit in the kitchen. The windmills whirl the winter in. She winds his muffler tighter, and they sit in the kitchen. You just like if one should congratulate themselves if they're still playing and singing at that moment that comes out of your face. As soon as you say that shit there, the windmills went by you, but and there's no need for me to ever write another freaking song. I just throw this guitar away and get a job digging ditches, bitches. Just give it away. Just give it away because there's nothing left to do. That song is, the John Prine imitation thing is there's not one line in there that knocked me butt over tea kettle really. What's amazing to that in that song for me is amazing for me is that I stole the John Prine idea of these quick little snapshots of things. John Prine was great at taking little quick snapshots in simple language and presenting them to you like you were flipping through a picture book. And that's why I love John. That's why I love John Prine. John Prine. Even if you never learned a John Prine song, you never learned "Hello in There" or "Angel from Montgomery." If you never learned them, you still were given permission to write. He gave you permission to write because he didn't go out for huge, big words and language. It was not necessary. He just painted pictures with simple language, but language that was placed in the right spot. And that's so let me play a handful more tunes here. This is a blast. This is a total blast. Next week will be the 1 year anniversary. Was that next week? What is that? 8, 10, 15. Yeah. Next week is the 1-year anniversary of doing this. It will be, are you ready for this? Da, 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 da. Next week will be all requests. Let me know what you want to hear. I might even open a Hotmail account email where you could send me email there with your requests 24 hours before I do the show. I will do my best to cover any and all of them that I can. So it's going to be all requests. On the anniversary show, next week is the anniversary pajama party. That'll be, I've taken 1 weekend off, and that was Labor Day. I might take another one off at some point, but do I know souvenirs? You mean the Dan Fogelberg jam? I don't know. All Japanese songs for next week. It's the only Japanese song I know, and I don't know that, as you can tell. So there's been a couple of requests. Unfamiliar Moon. Stars are out of place. Everything is new. Everything is changed. Like a baby child just has to cry when she sees it for the first time and she don't understand. Now then there's no you. Everything is new like this unfamiliar moon. That can't be our song. Those are the words I know. The melody's all wrong, but the DJ says that's how it goes. Like a child has to learn on his own. You get too close to a bird and she'll be gone. Now then there's no you. Everything is new like this unfamiliar moon. This can't be my house. How can this be home? I don't recognize it anymore. Each step to the front door is higher than I've known. It's like climbing up a mountain, 'cause now I climb alone. Now then there's no you. Anything is new like this unfamiliar moon. Now then there's no you. Everything is new like this unfamiliar moon. I think my lines in that song are each step to the front door is higher than I've known. It's like climbing up a mountain, because now I climb alone. That just kind of set it for me, and that kind of set the that just kind of set me up. So yeah, you can go to the high school page and check out pictures of me being skinny playing tennis. Good Lord, have mercy. And let me play this last song here. Get Drew off my back. Watch the waves go in and out like some eternal chore. I understand a habit as they break upon the shore. Keep this lonely vigil so my heart won't break no more. Waiting to kill again. Days turn into weeks and the weeks turn into years, and there's some that say I'm crazy when they see me sitting here. Tell all who would commit me, I know what commitment is. I'm waiting for Gilligan. The short wave has been broken down for years, but I'm listening with much more than just my ears. Waiting for Gilligan. Waiting. Waiting for Gilligan. Captains' kids are captains now, and most have come and gone on motorboats and sailing ships with cargoes of their own. But my fingers crossed with every ship that makes the trip back home. Waiting for Gilligan. Practice makes it perfect, well I think I've got it down. After 30 years of waiting for a man who's not around. If faith and hope were made of so gold, and I would wear that crown, cause I'm waiting for Gilligan. To look at me, the years may seem unkind, but there's just enough of me left not to mind. Waiting for Gilligan. Waiting for Gilligan. I'm no prisoner to my passion any more than some of you. When I lay down and dream about a love, I know it's true. I know folks who lived side by side for years and never knew that they were stranded. Now I want you to tell me, somebody tell me who's on an island now. Oh, he's out there somewhere, and if he don't come home to me, then I'll go out and meet him when they bury me at sea. And we will be together, and I'll no longer be waiting for Gilligan. You tell Ginger, Mrs. Howe, and Mary Ann, I'll always burn the candle for my man. Waiting, waiting, You tell Ginger, Mrs. Howe, and Mary Ann, I'll always burn the candle for my man. That's my favorite line in that song. I hope he's the one this time. He sees you as a mystery. He doesn't mind some history and understands that goodness doesn't spring from nowhere. I hope he's the one this time. I pray to God that he's an A1 listener. Fingers crossed that he's a kick-ass kisser, and that he holds your hand for no good reason. Who'd hold against you all you meant to someone else? What fool will leave you broken like the last one always does? I hope he's the one this time. May your heart go on. May your party go on uninterrupted. And as your heart gets reconstructed, and you untie the pretty booze of compromise, cue up the band and dry your eyes, and say that he's the one. Maybe he's the one. I hope that he's the one this time. Yeah, Nancy, you're right. Untie the pretty bows of compromise. Melody, is that my cousin? Oh my God, like family, more family here. Mel, you're so kind to be listening. Wow, that side of the family got some singers too. Blessings on you, Melody. Thank you so much for coming to the show tonight. That's so sweet. So you guys, thank you. That's 100 minutes of music, and I'm going to read some mail and field some questions. I can't believe Melody's here tonight. Thank you, love. That's so great. Yay, my cousin. Again, 10% tonight goes to the Hamilton Garrett Music and Arts Academy in Roxbury. School of Black Classical Music, basically. That's what that's about. I got one card this week. The cards are staggered, so if your card did not show up, it is because, or if you sent something to say hi, you can blame the U.S. Postal Service. But this is the Mad Tea Party from Bill Bosch and family. And it's always something sweet from Bill, Jeanette, and the family. Bill says, Mondays aren't quite mad, but they do get a little crazy. Wi-Fi, conversation, and song. He and Jeanette look forward to Mondays as part of the few stable, dependable parts of our lives. Looking forward with you. As always, Bill, Jeanette, and the family. And that's very kind. Look at that. Good. Alice. Alice, you know. Look at Alice down there with that rabbit and that dude. Um, that Alice looked high as hell. That's what the deal is. She looked jacked up. So I don't know. Maybe that's what's going on there. But Christine, I hope you liked this. Christine Levin stayed here the whole time. I got two cousins, they're brother and sister here, Melody and Don, and my usual cast of loving characters, the people that love me, and I love them. And it's been so much fun. I thought I'd be running my mouth a lot more, but like I said, I ended up being kind of Chris Farley. I play the song and think about the great line and go, yeah, dude, there was a guy, that line was good. What can I tell you? That's where it went. Al Stewart. Oh, Didi. Al Stewart, man. Al Stewart has he tells a lot of history of World War I and World War II in his music. He's able to actually throw history down in a folk rock setting. He's devastating. I remember I was shoveling the driveway once, sometime this winter, to Al Stewart and running to him because he's just terrific. Mel's laughing. What are you laughing at, Mel? Thank you, Lisa Jeanette. A lot of these themes come from Lisa Jeanette, but this one was mine. Great Lines was mine. You can thank Lisa Jeanette for a huge spreadsheet. Pick up her album, A Jellyfish on the Moon. I sing at the end of that album, but that album is just terrific any way you shake it. So I also want to thank everybody from the Joko Cruise, Jonathan Colton, and all the people that came from that, because this is like a year anniversary. A year ago at this point, I was on a boat heading to the Caribbean. I was working, but I was on a boat, and I met a bunch of lovely people, and I brought them home with me, and they haven't left me. I can't shake them, and I'm very proud of that these lovely people helped pay my rent for this past year, and however long we go, I will be here. As long as you come out, I will be here. That's how that's going to go. Perry Schmilo, I worked with in the public schools doing work, after school programs and such. I think we did great things with what little information people gave us, with the people we were working with. Remember George? Fellow working with a whole population of folks, after school folks, black, white, Latino, and putting on a show with them. And we had people show up that we finally asked somebody and say, oh, that person won't even go to school, but they're going to your program. Well, you could have said something to us, so we knew. But thank you to Lassies from Boat. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Coco Pelli girl. Thank you for thinking this was a real positive time. That's cool. It's a positive time for me. This has been. It gives me the opportunity to sing and play, and I just I got no words for that. I don't. I just the fact that I get to sing and play somewhere. I got a lot of people doing it. I know a lot of people coming to terms with social media. Christine was space save up. What's $5 million a ticket? That ain't nothing, right? A GoFundMe page. If I have $5 million, I am not going to stay on a hotel with no with no gravity. It's space. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play the Space Hotel song one more time because other people may not have heard it. And that'll be my goodbye. That's my toothbrush on the ceiling. That's the ceiling on the floor. You up and left me at the Space Hotel. You don't love me anymore. There's no place to land my falling tears. They're just droplets round my nose and ears. You up and left me at the Space Hotel. You don't love me anymore. If these walls could tell our story, then you'd hear me beg you please. But just like your fickle heart, these walls aren't walls at all when this hotel tilts 90 degrees. If these walls could tell our story, they would hear you beg you please. But just like your fickle heart, these walls aren't walls at all when this hotel tilts 90 degrees. Oh, I was to be your ever-loving groom. Oh, now your wedding dress just floats in the gloom. You and gravity have left this room. You don't love me anymore. You don't love me anymore. Bitches. Oh my God, that was so fun. Oh shoot. Oh my God, I'm so good. Anyway, thank you for hanging out. We will see you folks next week. All request show. We'll see how far I get into it. And you'll find a way to get a hold of me. And I will make a list of requests. Modulate, modulate.